Welcome back, IGN live from Gamescom in Germany. Now we're going to take a look at Bayonetta, not Bayonetta 2. We're going to look at the original Bayonetta,
Yes.
which is included on disc with Bayonetta 2.
Yeah.
And includes some special Nintendo goodies for fans. Isn't that right?
Exactly. So there are some extra special Easter eggs for fans of Bayonetta. When both games release in October 2014, you will be able to experience the story of Bayonetta 1 all over, and for the first time on Wii U. We want to give the chance to Nintendo fans to experience the entire story. Here we can see the Link cosplay costume. So Bayonetta cosplays as different Nintendo heroes. So with Link, you can obviously use the Master Sword. With Samus Aran that we see here, you can use a special arm cannon.
And also Peach is in it as well, right?
I'm sorry?
And Peach is also one of the
Peach
costumes.
is also the third costume that we're showing. And it's not just cosmetic. Each of them has something quite unique that even changes the gameplay a little bit. So, as I said, Samus uses our arm cannon, and it's actually both. Let's say it's both a bit of cosmetic and a bit of gameplay addition. So Samus can use her arm cannon, and she can also move her visor up and down in cutscenes.
Oh, nice.
So Princess Peach, here we can show actually, the demonic fists and the legs that come out when Bayonetta attacks. When Bayonetta cosplays as Peach, they're substituted by Bowser hands and feet. And the first time you see it, you cannot not laugh actually, because it's actually so cool to see a giant Bowser fist popping out from a portal in the middle of thin air and destroying the enemies of Bayonetta.
Yeah, I love that Nintendo is sort of willing to have some fun at this point with its character lineup.
Yes.
Like just saying the demonic fist next to watching Peach costume. Like
exactly.
you'd think this would never get approved, but it's great, that they were able to bring this game to fans on the platform who, maybe not have experienced the first
we
one.
are always interested in what fits the context of the game. In this game, it makes much sense to have to be a bit tongue-in-cheek, because Bayonetta is tongue-in-cheek as a character.
Yes, it is a very over-the-top game,
Exactly.
to say the least, and 2 brings it to an even another level.
So yeah, for example, here we see one of the famous torture attack that I can see how it makes you smile when you see
the fist.
a final.
That's funny. I
attack like
actually
this.
didn't notice that earlier when we were going through this. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And actually, it's amazing in these small bits of cutscene you can see, for example, these stars and coins and gold fire flower. It's not actually the Peach costume that Peach is wearing. It's a cosplay inspired to Peach. So she still has a Bayonetta flair to her.
Is that the official term for it? Is cosplay, or is that a term you're using?
Yeah, it's the term we're using. Bayonetta is cosplaying
I like the
as
idea that
different,
she's a Nintendo fan
Nintendo
and she's
heroes.
cosplaying as Nintendo characters.
She should come to Gamescom.
Yeah, right?
Of course.
It's great. And
So here we see the arm cannon of Samus, which does not work like her guns. Works in a bit of a different way. Actually, if you have guns equipped, you can use both independently. You can use both her guns and her arm cannon.
Yeah, and on the legs also, is that
This
more
is
cannons? Or?
Those are bazookas, but those were also in other versions of Bayonetta 1.
Right, yeah, but it's not. Those are not inspired by Samus.
Those are not new, but
I thought they might have been more cannons, but
no, it's more like we want to show cannons
of course.
with the arm cannon.
Are there any plans to bring costumes to Bayonetta 2?
Well, we haven't announced the costumes that we announced are for Bayonetta
now the
1.
focus is on this.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
There's so many other new elements in Bayonetta 2 that we talk about those.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, looking forward to both going back to this as well as playing Bayonetta 2. If you want a dose of kind of insane gameplay, this is the game to go to.
This is the epitome of Japanese third-person action game design.
It's fantastic.
Actually, if you're using Peach, if you're using the Peach costume in this bit, also these fists are 2 Bowser fists that pull these statues up.
Oh, really?
For example,
Nice.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Could you talk a little bit about maybe, as a refresher, right? This Bayonetta 2 originally was in limbo, and Nintendo picked it up exclusively?
Exactly. So Bayonetta 2 is an exclusive title for Wii U, and yeah, we basically are publishing the title for Platinum.
Right. So it's 100% exclusive, and
Yes.
you know, that was part of the reason
It is.
to bring
It
the
is.
first Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta
right?
is now a Nintendo title.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Again, you would have never thought, but here we are.
So again, we show the fight, and this is of course the main mechanic of Bayonetta. I always say Bayonetta is a game that's more about dodging than about attacking, because activating which time when you dodge at the very last moment and makes the whole world slow down, and it's really the main mechanic of the game.
Yeah, that's how you really nail the combos, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, could you describe a little bit the point system and for those who have never played it before?
So in Bayonetta and in many other games from Platinum Games, it's always rated by how quick you are, how much you can keep your combo, and and about not receiving damage, and how little damage you receive, basically. And this is also here, and also in all Platinum games, or most Platinum action games, the best score you can get is, of course, pure Platinum.
Yes, exactly.
Here we see Link, or at least the Link cosplay costume, and it's amazing because she has Link sound. So when you open a treasure chest, you hear the sound of the Zelda game's treasure chest, or when you unlock something new, you hear the unlock sound of Zelda games. You can also use the Master Sword, as you can see, which I'm sure fans will love to see.
Yeah, this is definitely,
And,
I think, a way some fans have wanted to use the Master Sword at times. So.
Well, I mean, how can we have a Link cosplay without the Master Sword?
Yeah.
Also, she has a Hylian shield on her arm.
Yep.
Which adds a new mechanic. So here again, I'm talking about a gameplay change.
Right.
So you have a counter system. If you press forward and attack in the moment an enemy is attacking you, instead of dodging, you counter. So you basically bash your shield against the enemy attack and you stun them, without the use of any other special item or equipable accessory. So you just having the Link cosplay costume gives you this the ability to do this.
Gotcha. Would you say the visuals have been upgraded at all for the Wii U?
Well, I mean, the game.
I mean, it always looked good.
Looks good. We of course had to transport and rework the game code to work on Wii U.
Right.
And well, I can just say it looks like the best version of Bayonetta.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of saying that
game.
it's kind of been tweaked to be the best looking version so far, right?
Exactly.
And did the team at Platinum take care of this? Do you know, or did Nintendo?
Yeah, Platinum is very heavily involved in every stage of development. They are such a unique developer, and this is still their child. So of course they are reworking it themselves.
Yeah.
Of course, in collaboration with Nintendo, we really helped more in the more of advisory role, how to best adapt to Nintendo platforms, how to transport these designs of characters of Nintendo games into the world of Bayonetta, and how to advise them. Also, something that's exclusive for Wii U is, of course, the touchscreen support. This is a feature for people that simply maybe want to enjoy the action and the storyline of the game.
From the gamepad?
Yeah, I mean, you can play. You can also play off TV, but what I mean is that you can simply tap on the gamepad touchscreen, and the game becomes touch-based. And you can move by pointing on the screen. You can tap on enemies that you want to attack, and you can slide your finger or your stylus on the touchscreen to dodge and jump. So of course, it's easier to defeat your enemies in this way. But a lot of people simply want to enjoy maybe the cutscenes, the over-the-top action, cinematic action, and also in previous versions of Bayonetta 1, there was a way to control the game just with one button.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Bayonetta is a hard game, so Nintendo is always thoughtful of that. I think of how do we make this as successful as possible.
It's a mix of the two things. A mix of Platinum wanting to recreate this mode into the Wii U version of the game and the unique feature of the gamepad touchscreen. So it's a hybrid of the two.
Right. What about, can you tell us a little bit about the overview for Bayonetta 2, how it transitions from this Bayonetta to the second one, for fans who don't know much about it, the release date and that?
So both games will be released in October this year, in October 2014. And Bayonetta 2 is a direct sequel of the first title, so the story simply picks up exactly where the first title left off. What else do you want to know about Bayonetta 2?
Yeah,
in which sense the transition? What do you?
Yeah, like it's not like a completely different story. It actually picks up.
Yeah, it picks up, and we already showed in the demo that we had at E3 and also here at Gamescom that in the prologue, spoiler alert, but it's the prologue only. Jean gets attacked by one of the demons that was one of the main helper of Bayonetta in the first game. So. One of the main differences in Bayonetta 2 is that you fight both these angelic figures and demons, whereas in the first game, the demons are on your side and fighting against
this time you're kind of
forces.
Caught in limbo yourself, maybe. How does the gameplay mechanics change into? Like, is it just harder? How would you describe it? Faster?
Well, the way I can describe it, that there is. Of every single element that makes up the first game, there is just so much more of it. More animations, even more reactions when the enemies get hit, more mechanics, more weapons. All the weapons that we show in Bayonetta 2 are completely, in the Bayonetta 2 demo, are completely exclusive to the second game. They're completely new. And they work in a very different way as well in the first game.
Yeah, Platinum is very good at that. First of all, making big and insane games, but then making them more big and more insane. So,
what's the release date again for Bayonetta 2?
Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1 will both release in October 2014.
Great. Thanks a lot, Filippo. Stay tuned. More to come from IGN Live here at Gamescom in Germany, presented by Dead Island 2 after these messages.